Jay-Z versus Bob Dylan, 360 albums Tourney. So we've got the Black Album by Jay-Z going up against Bob Dylan's John Wesley Harding. We'll start with John Wesley Harding by Bob Dylan. I love this album. I bought it in my early 20s when I lived in Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm praying for all the folks there affected by the storms and tornadoes, and I'm really happy to see Zach Bryan getting out there and helping everybody out. Anyway, I own this album there, and this was when I was transitioning from not being an exclusive metalhead. I got like Isaac Hayes, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, and Bob Dylan. I had Blood on the Tracks, and I had John Wesley Harding. And this is a fascinating album. The reason why I got this album is because I knew that it was one of Jimi Hendrix's favorite albums. He covered 2 songs off this album, All Along the Watchtower, which is his most popular song on Spotify, and also Drifter's Escape. A lot of people aren't familiar with him covering that. But it's kind of a bizarre album. It's like this strange folk, and at times the harmonica is almost intolerable. Tasteman Jr. couldn't stand it. And I noticed that when I was listening to this matchup, I enjoy this album more when it's not at a really loud volume. It does not sound well blasting in car speakers. It's more of a stereo at home. Listen to it at a moderate volume. It's going up against the Black Album by Jay-Z. Now, I got to say, I love Encore when Jay-Z does it with Linkin Park, but it's not near as good without Linkin Park. First song is my favorite song on this album, and then Tasteman Jr. and I were listening to it, and Moment of Clarity came on. He's like, this sounds like a bad Eminem knockoff. And he's right. It sounds like a poor man's version of Lose Yourself. And I know Jay-Z's anything but poor, and Eminem's anything but poor. But I listened to Lose Yourself right after listening to Moment of Clarity on my ride home from work today, going to lacrosse practice, and Eminem just decimated it. It's a good album. I enjoy it. I'm not as crazy about Jay-Z as a lot of people. I think sometimes he has some excellent beats. I like his pacing and phrasing. I can definitely hear his influence on Kanye West when I listen to him, but it doesn't hold up to the interestingness and the classic uniqueness of John Wesley Harding by Bob Dylan. So that's what's advancing to the round of 180 albums, 360 albums. Tourney, you like this Jay-Z album? Where's it rank in hip-hop album lore for you? I've got it below a couple other rap albums that have been in the tourney. I've got it below the Wu-Tang Clan that I just listened to. It's below Notorious B.I.G., but I've got it above some other stuff like Pusha T that's been in the bracket. So let me know. Cheers.